Welcome everyone to Cinema Regulars, the movie review show where we see so many movies in theaters that the employees know us by name and they don't ask us what movies we're seeing, they ask us how many. Now today we are looking at two enormous blockbusters this summer. We're taking a look at Deadpool and Wolverine, the long-awaited third installment to this trilogy here, and then we're taking a look at Twisters. A lot of people don't even remember the first Twister movie because it came out so long ago. But um, we really didn't know what was going into this. If it was going to be like a, can you stop? I don't
I've been
need
doing
you
that shit.
miming. I don't need you miming the intro. Thank you. You stay in
I
your
always
little
feel-
corner until my part is done. uh, I'm leaving that in. I hope you're proud of that.
I very much am, actually. I thought that was genius.
All right. So, anyways, looking at Deadpool and Wolverine, we're looking at Twisters. Two huge movies coming out this summer, and it's gonna make for a pretty great podcast. At least I hope so. So, without further ado, let's roll straight into Deadpool and Wolverine. Isaac, take us away with the description.
So, Deadpool's peaceful existence comes crashing down when the Time Variance Authority, or the TVA, if you will, recruits him to help safeguard the multiverse. He soon unites with his would-be pal Wolverine to complete the mission and save his world from an existential threat. That it does a good job of not portraying like the nuances of the plot while also being engaging. Like it's accurate, but it's like the vaguest form of accurate it could be.
Yeah, like if you try to explain like what the movie's about to like your girlfriend who's never seen a Deadpool or doesn't know what a
Yeah.
Deadpool is,
Mm-hmm.
you just be like, "Oh, this is what's happening," and they're like, "Okay, I don't know what any of that means, but like, I'm sure somewhere there's a feasible plot." But
Yeah.
so I think we should tackle this in chunks. So
Mm-hmm.
first off, right off the bat, I think this was writing wise. I think this was kind of a mess. But
It absolutely
entertainment
was.
wise, this was super fun.
That's kind of the point of the Deadpool movies. Like none of the Deadpool movies
Yeah.
are
Well,
really written. Well, the first one really was. I
I
will say
thought
the
the
first one
first
was
one was
really.
really good. I've a lot of my friends don't like the second one. Like they think that that's like the antichrist of
The
Marvel
second one.
movies.
I love the second
I
one.
didn't think it was that bad. I wouldn't say love, but I definitely like the first one better than the second one. But like I got one guy who's hard set, like that's like the worst thing he's ever seen.
Really.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
but,
he
but
hates it.
Juggernaut,
Eh,
like giant
But
hulking Juggernaut.
Fire Fist or whatever his name was.
Yeah. I forgot about him. Yeah, that wasn't very good. I
No, he
forgot
was
about
the
that.
plot. He was
Yeah,
the
I
plot,
know.
Isaac.
I know he was. Thank you for reminding me that. I blocked that part of the movie out of my mind. I only remembered the good parts. I only remembered Cable. Really, I just focused on the parts where Josh Brolin was on TV on the screen. So
He said shut up Thanos and you said, "Oh, get it?"
plus, I fucking love
Um
dubstep.
that's true. I don't know what that I don't know what you're referring to. I've only seen the movie once and it was when it was in theaters.
It was a
So,
joke they
any
beat to death
reference
in the movie.
any reference you made to Deadpool 2 will go right over my head because
Fair enough.
last time I saw
Anyway,
it was
we're
when it
on
was in
Deadpool
theaters.
3 now, though.
We are on Deadpool 3, and I will say that if this movie was not Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman fucking about amongst a gratuitous amount of Marvel cameos, um, the plot and writing would be one of probably among where all the other ones are, just like forgettable and
Yeah.
bad. Like these
Like
two
the more
guys,
recent ones, you're saying.
yeah, these two guys need like free chiropractors for how much they're fucking carrying this movie on their backs.
Oh, absolutely. This like they they made this movie like way better than it actually is.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, this is a good movie. Like, I like the movie. Like, I
Like
had a great time going to go see this.
if you had recast Deadpool and Wolverine with different guys but kept the movie the same, it would not be as good.
No.
If you had substituted Deadpool and Wolverine for like any two other characters that they're kicking around right now, would not
Hmm.
would not be as good either. Like it's literally being carried by them and by the cameos and references and humor of the movie, which
Oh,
I
absolutely.
I I congratulate it because Marvel has been suffering, and rightfully so. I think they need to suffer to
Hmm.
learn that people are tired of the characters that they don't care about, and they're getting really
Yeah.
tired of the multiverse. I think
Oh,
multiverse
absolutely.
stuff needs to be used very sparingly.
Oh, yeah.
Like like uh Batman no yeah, Batman the Brave and the Bold. Like I was really into that show, and when they used multiverse, it was like one episode they
Oh.
went to one universe where the good guys were bad and the bad guys were good, and that was that. And then there was another episode where they just collected a bunch of Batmen from all the multiverse and they all fought uh the bad guy, right? Like
Yep.
like they don't gotta go, oh, we're this guy from this one and this one from that, and we go to here to and there and there and this and that and this, and it's all crunched together and it all doesn't make sense. And
Yeah.
like Marvel
I
is getting way too messy. They just want to.
I'm sorry. Marvel multiverse and Marvel only works in three categories,
Okay.
and one of them isn't actually even multiverse. Because the one that isn't actually multiverse is Marvel Zombies, because that's one specific
Yeah.
universe. Like the whole story of Marvel Zombies is actually really cool. Like I actually quite like it.
Yeah, I
The
liked it.
second one is the What If series, because it is cool to explore
Mhm.
things. That's where you should keep the characters no one
Yeah.
gives a shit about. Like, because you can make those characters that no one gives a shit about and make them cool. Like you could have the potential to make them good. Like that's like it should stay there. And the third one is Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Because when
that's the only strong multiverse story that Marvel really has is the Spider-Verse.
yeah, so Spider Verse works because like Spider Man has always had that multiverse thing.
Hmm.
Not always, but you know what I mean. Like it's very
Yeah,
ingrained with him that there's all these other Spider Men and all these different ones, and
exactly.
there's several comic lines where they all team up and they all come together and they all do that. So
Hmm.
that's ingrained. What if is just like a fun like, hey, what if we did this? What if
It's not
Professor
even
X was
canon.
the Ghost Rider and he had a flaming wheelchair? That would be funny, I think. And then they just did that, and that was fun. It's just for fun. They just do what ifs. Like that's in the comics. It makes sense to do multiverse stuff because it's like, I want to write a new Batman or Spider Man or
Hmm.
whatever story, but I don't want to like completely destroy the continuity and the plot of what was already happening. So it'd just be like, new universe. Here's the story I want to tell. Just say it's
Looking at
just
you,
another
Rick
universe.
Grayson.
So yeah, but like in comics, it's fine because it's like, hey, there's this writer and he wants to tell this
Exactly.
story. So you can just say like, oh, that's its
A
own
one-off story.
universe. It's not connected to the other stuff. Just do a one off. It's whatever. It's just taking it in a new direction, but
Hmm.
without damaging the lore that's already built up. But
Exactly.
I think the way that they did it in this one, where it's mostly all the pre MCU stuff, like
Yes.
X-Men, Fantastic Four, the other Spider-Man movies. I think they had like a
All the
reference or
other
two
Marvel
in there.
properties that they made.
Yeah. The other Marvel movies that they made before before the Iron Man movie, before the Hulk movie, before the whole cinematic
Yeah,
universe that they built up. It was like all of that stuff coming back, and it's like a breath of fresh air. Like, oh man, I like these movies, you know? Like they had a lot of
exactly.
X-Men, like the original three X-Men movies referenced it. Not like the new ones with like Quicksilver and that, but like more like, Last Stand and like
Yes.
that line of ones. And then they had the original Fantastic Four movies, like the original one, and then Silver Surfer, not the
Yeah.
whatever
I mean, they
new one
did
they
bring
came
that
out
up
with.
at one point, like in like the ending kind of thing.
Yeah. But like I like that. And like
Yeah.
people have been saying that it's like a love letter to those ones, which
I
that's a
did
that's
say
a,
I
a
did say
phrase.
that at the end of the movie.
Well, not just you, other people have been saying that too. And I think
More of a
love
it's
letter
more of a
is a
tip of her
term that's
cap.
being just thrown around a lot. It's
Yeah.
it's it's an acknowledgement of all of that coming
The,
together because Deadpool is like the most popular thing to come out
exactly.
of that line of like the non-Disney Marvel movies since
Yeah.
since
It's
since the X-Men trilogy ended.
yeah, it's actually really cool because it's like it's almost like a melding of those two things. Like you
Yeah,
have the
because it
new
kind of
school popular with Deadpool, and it's
yeah.
allowing them to kind of give a last hurrah to all the other ones. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I completely forgot almost everything that happened in Logan. Like I remember
He died. I
Professor
remember
X
that.
had like dementia or some shit. I remember thinking it was bullshit that he died. Like,
I mean, he's like 8,000 or something.
true, I guess. But like I I really liked that they brought a lot of the older Marvel stuff back because and it was a lot of the older Marvel stuff that I really enjoy. Like I have fond
Mhm.
memories of watching I don't care what anyone says. The original Fantastic Four movies, sorry, the first Fantastic Four movie is good.
Oh, you didn't like Silver Surfer? Fuck you. That was badass.
No, I loved Silver Surfer. I just hate that they fucked
Yeah, it was
up
the second one.
Galactus.
Yeah,
I just
it
hate that
did
they
kind of make
fucked up
him.
Galactus.
Yeah, they did kind of turn Galactus into the fucking darkness from Fairly Odd Parents, but it's
Yeah.
I don't know. Silver Surfer, fucking he beat up
Silver Surfer went
those two
hard as
guys and
fuck.
they fucking switched powers, man. That was cool.
That was
I like
cool.
that.
That whole like literally you could have had that like the fact that Silver Surfer is so ingrained with Galactus that they had to do Galactus with the Silver Surfer annoys me.
Yeah,
Because like they could have had such a badass story with just the Silver Surfer. Like it was so much
that's
better
true. But
until Galactus showed
you
up.
can't separate
Or
them,
mo-
dude. They're peanut butter and jelly. We are
true,
getting too much
true.
into this.
That's fine. I
Um,
mean, we only got two things to talk about today. We can jabber on all
that's
we
true.
fucking want.
We can jabber on. We can get a little jabber John here. Um,
Jabba jabba jabba.
Next, I think we should talk about the cameos in here because I think they did a lot. They hit a nail on the head doing a lot of them.
Before
So
we get any further, I do want to
yeah,
say, like, spoiler warning, just for here on in, because honestly, the only amazing things to talk about the movie are all spoilers. Like, it's all specific stuff. We cannot generalize this really at all. Like, it's just
yeah,
Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman having a great time making this movie, and then a bunch of
yeah.
other people join in. Like it
So
was cool.
if you like Ryan Reynolds, you like Hugh Jackman, you like Deadpool, you like Wolverine. If any of those things are true, go see the movie. It's a wild time. It's so fun. It's not like I said, summed up perfectly. It's a mess, but it's a fun mess. Okay.
Fun mess, yes.
This is probably the only money that Marvel's going to receive in the next, 5 years. So let them have it.
Yeah. I'm hoping what this. I'm really hoping what this does is it shows them that, hey, if we just make entertaining shit,
If you give the fans what they want and you don't
you'll
fuck
make
it up,
you'll make fucking money.
if you do the thing and you do it right and you don't
And
fuck it up,
don't fuck it up.
it works.
It
It just
just
works. Yeah. All right. So, spoiler warning aside, I want to get into the cameos because the one I fucking lost my shit over. There's two of them actually. I
Yeah, okay.
lost my shit because Johnny Storm.
Yes.
Okay. I thought that was very well done because like
That was
when
so
fucking
good.
because he comes up in the cloak, right? And he takes the hood off and you get it's like the fucking bearded was he bearded? I don't remember if he was bearded or not. I
He was
just watched
bearded
the
in
shit and I don't
Endgame.
remember.
He was
I know
scraggy.
he's bearded
He was
Endgame, but was
scraggly.
he bearded in the movie? Is the question. I don't
He was
remember.
scraggly. Like he wasn't full
Okay,
bearded,
fine.
but he was scraggly.
Right. So he comes out, takes off the hood, and it's Chris Evans, and I'm just like, oh fucking, you couldn't get anyone cooler. Like, I'm yeah, call me fucking whatever you want to. I don't give a shit about the Avengers characters. Captain Marvel, Thor, Iron Man, and Hulk. You get no hype from me. I've seen those guys so much in my entire life. I don't
It's
care anymore.
fair.
Give me something interesting. Give me someone cool. Give me someone
The only one
unique.
that's
Okay, I
interesting
like.
is the Hulk, and they fucked him up. So
Yeah, they fucked him up too long ago. Way too long ago. I have no hype for any of those characters. So I was just like, oh fuck. Captain America. Yeah, whatever, go on. And then he's like, oh, he's gonna say the thing, Avengers Assemble, and then he goes, flame on. And I'm like, hey, fucking excuse me?
I had that moment, like a split moment, like 10 seconds because he's saying it like, oh, he's gonna say it. He's gonna say the thing. And I'm just like, fuck is he what does he mean? And then it was
Avengers
in that
Assemble
moment.
was
It was
what he
in
meant.
that well, I know, but it was in that moment that I actually did a quick scan of like Chris Evans in that scene, and I'm like, wait, there's too much. That blue is different than it should be. Like you can see the bits of his costume
You
underneath the
fucking
cloak.
you fucking spoiled the twist for yourself because you analyzed the shades of blue.
Yeah,
You're the fucking
I was like,
omega level
there,
nerd here.
there was a moment where I'm like, wait, hold on,
Wait.
and then I'm like, whoa, is this no
Eyeball
way?
enhance analyze is
It
that
was like a split
hashtag
second
zero
beforehand.
zero AG666X6F2? It's fucking Johnny Storm, dude.
Well, I had a thing. I'm like, yo, what if this is John? Because it was in that moment that I remembered. Holy shit! Yeah, Chris Evans was the Human Torch. Like, I thought that's so that's such a genius way to deal with that. Like the fact that
Yeah.
he was like, because that was the whole big thing back when he was cast as Captain America. Because they were like,
Yeah.
well, he's Johnny Storm. He was Johnny Storm. They're giving him another chance. Okay, this is cool, kind of thing. But that was so fucking long ago. No one remembers that shit anymore. So it was such a good like. It was like, oh fucking yeah, like they do the
Apparently
reveal and
nobody
you're like,
liked it, so
holy shit,
whatever.
and then you're like, wait a minute, I'm a dumbass for not thinking of that.
Yeah.
Like it was so good. Like I loved especially the fact that they chose him because I loved Chris Evans as Johnny Storm. That's actually like
Yeah, I don't
when
think
Chris
if
Evans
Killmonger dropped in, I don't think they would have him as much pretend
yeah.
hype as they did. It's like, oh, it's Killmonger. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
No.
fucking my the thing I love about like I love it when Chris Evans plays that kind of like cocky character. You know, like
Yeah.
I saw him be Captain America for far too long. Like I want to see him play a jackass again. I really do. It's why I'm really
Well, you
excited
did.
for it's why I'm really excited for Red One. Like honestly.
Guys, Isaac will not shut up about Red One. So in what is it, November that comes out?
November or December, something like that.
November. Get ready for the Red One podcast. That's going to be the first movie we talk about, and Isaac's going to have a lot to say about it. So stay
Probably
tuned
will.
for that shit.
But
All
anyway,
right.
Back to cameos.
Next
Next one.
cameos.
Yeah.
The group of the freedom fighters that they meet up with. In the
Wait, you're
little
skipping over
dungeon
one,
there.
dog.
Hang on. I'm going in order of relevance rather than
Okay, fair enough.
time.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Go ahead.
Okay, so the group of freedom fighters that they run into that they help fight back against the bad guy of the movie. You get Elektra, which I think is the same lady. I don't
It
fucking
is.
watch the
It
Ben
is her.
Affleck
Yes.
Daredevil movie, so
You didn't? Dude,
no,
that actually was good. I actually loved that movie.
I don't believe you.
No, I do. I actually thought it was cool.
All right, I didn't see the movie, but I know that you're in the minority on that opinion.
That's fair.
Okay. And then you got
They had
Blade.
that big black dude from the Green Mile play Kingpin.
Yep, and we got Blade.
Wesley
That was
Snipes.
hype. Wesley
Wesley
Snipes
Snipes
back
Blade,
as Blade.
which
That
is
was pretty
hype as
cool.
fuck.
That was hype. They had a joke where it was just like, "Oh, we got so many different Punishers. Like so many people played the Punisher over the years." And then Blade's like, there's only one Blade. There's only ever gonna be one Blade." And then Deadpool looks right at the camera, and it's like, because everyone knows that they're planning a Blade movie.
Yeah, they're planning on making a Blade movie. Didn't?
Yeah,
Oh no, I'm thinking
it's
of
in
the trailer for the
production
game
hell. It's
that's.
supposed to be coming up. It's supposed to be coming out next year, but it's been in production hell for the past like 3.
Yeah, I was sitting here. Like, didn't they come out with like a sneak peek trailer? And then I'm remembering, no, that's for the Blade video game that's coming out, and that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be cool.
Then
And fucking Channing Tatum as Gambit, bro.
he finally got to do it.
He finally got to do it. And it was really cool. I big Gambit fan. It was
Gambit's
really
so
cool.
cool.
Gambit is so cool. It was really cool seeing like an accurate costume for Gambit
Yes.
because he's got the drip.
Yes, he does. Whatever the hell that thing is that he wears around his head. Like
Yeah.
it's not quite a cowl. It's like his hair's poking out the top, and it's like a chin strap almost kind of thing, but it goes over his head clearly. But like that's so cool. That's like just a cool thing. The friggin' jacket he has,
Dude, the
it works
big
so
brown
well.
duster. Yeah.
That and they made
Gambit
him
was really hard in this movie.
that and they made him New Orleans as fuck, so you couldn't understand half the thing he was saying.
Dude, comic accurate Gambit, unintelligible.
Accurate Gambit. Unintelligible, yeah. Dude, they had the cards, dude, you lost your shit during the fight scene and he had the bow staff.
He pulled out the bow staff, dude. You can't have Gambit without the bow staff. I mean, you can, but like you're doing it wrong in that case. So I'm glad he whipped that out because that thing is fucking awesome.
There
And
was
like
the scene where he was like throwing the cards at the dudes, and then he like stopped and he went like this, and boom, and like they all exploded.
I was
Like,
really worried that they were gonna do the same
Wolverine
thing that
thing?
like no, not even close to what I was gonna say.
Oh, sorry.
I don't even know what the Wolverine thing is.
Oh, okay.
What
Well, I'm
do
gonna
you
let you
mean?
do this because I'm a. What?
We disconnected.
Oh,
We're gonna be
is it
fine.
time? We're good. We're good now.
Good.
Did you ask me what do I mean the Wolverine thing?
We're skipping over that because it got cut out anyway, so we're just moving on.
I actually want to tell you about this though, like just real quick. There's a thing where Gambit charged Wolverine's adamantium skeleton with the kinetic energy that he does, and
Yeah,
like
that's not
just
even
like fastball special. Like he like imbued his claws with the stuff, so that way you can just like slash and stuff. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's not how his powers work. And literally everyone went, that's not how his powers work. But that's cool as shit. Like,
Yeah.
anyway, continue.
So I was worried that they were gonna do what they did in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, is that they introduce a lot of cool characters from like the outskirts of the Marvel universe that like a lot of people like us really like and know, like Black Bolt came out, dude, that goes hard. And then they just then they treat the lesser known characters like jokes and then just kill them off immediately. Because, like, I could
Yeah,
totally see them going into battle and then just Gambit and Blade and Elektra and everyone just dying. And then
yeah.
Deadpool's like, oh, well, that could have turned out better. Because that's. They
There's a whole
literally.
other X
X
Force.
Force. Yeah, X Force. They literally fucking did that. And it's like, come on, man. Bill Skarsgård as Zeitgeist. And, like, even when you go back in time, he still dies. Fuck you.
He only needed to save Sugar
Fuck you,
Bear.
dude. You could have just called him Peter, but you called him the gayest option. So
Yeah.
thank you for that.
Welcome.
Last member of the team is Laura, the little girl X-23 from Logan that we were talking about earlier.
It's
and that
actually
rounds
really
out the
cool
team.
that Logan is such a big part of this movie, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, we'll get to
like,
that in a
rightfully
minute.
so. Like, it
Yeah.
really feels like a Deadpool and Wolverine movie. It's not Deadpool movie featuring Wolverine. Like, they each kind of had, like, equal contribution to the film.
They
I mean,
did. It was actually really good.
Continuing on, the whole group of bad guys, like the henchmen working for the big bad of this movie.
Yes.
lot of cameos there. You got Sabretooth, the original actor from the X-Men movies, was back as Sabretooth.
Yes.
You got Ray Park, fucking Darth Maul, back as the Toad.
That was dope.
You had fucking Azazel in there.
Yeah.
That was fucking hard. I was not expecting to see him.
That was the coolest
Ever
thing
again.
about First Class.
Yeah, was the introduction of Azazel.
Yeah. That was actually really cool. I thought he was a really cool character.
Yeah. I mean,
and
Nightcrawler's
then,
dead. He's got to be cool.
and then we had knockoff Juggernaut.
No, that was Juggernaut. From
Oh, that was a different dude.
was it? It was might have been a different dude, but it was the same
It was
like
supposed
helmet,
to be him. Yes.
outfit. Same to be. It's supposed to be the same one, or whatever.
Dude, Toad was hype though. That was so
Toad
tight.
was hype.
Like, that was hype.
Dude, Ray Park is fucking awesome, dude. He's known for Toad from X-Men. He's known as being Darth Maul. And like I mean, I'm sure he's done other stuff, but that's what he's known for, and like he doesn't need to do anything else. He's Darth Maul. He's Toad.
Yeah, exactly.
He's such a badass. And then a little thing from me. They brought in the Deadpools, like at the end. They brought in like a whole army of Deadpool variants at the end. And you had like I was actually surprised at how like accurate and deep they were going for these references.
They didn't just put a
like,
bunch of Deadpools in the scene.
Yeah, a bunch of different colored ones or stuff. It was like real ones from the comics. Like they had Lady Pool. Sorry, they had Lady Pool, which everyone likes because you know Lady Deadpool. They had Headpool, which everyone likes. They had.
Yeah, that was cool.
They even had Zenpool, which I'll have to talk more on that later. That's one of my complaints actually about Zenpool. They had Deadpool 2099 in there. I don't know if you noticed that.
I noticed that one, yeah.
Yeah, they had like these are good references. They didn't just pull up a bunch of shit like, oh, cowboy Deadpool. I mean they did, but like, you know, Italian Deadpool or you know, pirate Deadpool and this and that whatever. Well, like they pulled real Deadpools from the comics. Like I thought that was kind of cool.
That was really cool. That was really cool. I don't know if this is true, or if it's been confirmed or not, but there are there were rumors that Lady Deadpool is Blake Lively. It's Ryan Reynolds' wife.
Oh.
I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that there's like people are saying that it might have been her. I didn't actually look at the credits, so I don't know for certain, but
Didn't look at the credits. Can you believe this guy?
but no, you skipped over one though, sir.
Go ahead.
Uh Bro, we got Pyro back.
Uh,
Yeah, that was the actual Pyro from like those things. And that
yeah.
was the other cool thing about Laura X-23 being in there, is it was the same girl.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they
Like
brought back, like, for the most part, they brought back all the actors from, like, the original movies.
it's really funny
So it
because
wasn't just like, oh, that guy. It's like, oh, it's the guy.
it's really funny because they're both acknowledging the movies that did exist and also the ones that they scrapped. Case in point, Channing Tatum being Gambit, because he was supposed to be Gambit in his own standalone like X-Men Origins type thing, and
Yeah,
they canned it.
before they made X-Men Wolverine Origins, and that movie did horribly, and then they're like, oh, we had like 6 of these lined up. And now we have 0 of these lined up.
Yeah. Because they were gonna do one for like Magneto and all this stuff, and I'm like, do you really need an X-Men Origins
You don't need
Magneto?
you don't need it to
Everyone knows
watch
this.
the other movies.
You put his origins. They
Jewish
just put his yeah.
Holocaust
They just put it in first
magnet
class. That's all
is
they
his
did.
origin. There it is. They didn't even need to do it in first class because they did that in the original run of the X-Men movies.
They did. You're right.
They did. They
Forgot
did
about
it
that.
twice already. They don't need to. Anyways, continuing on. I think we should talk about the villain now.
Which one?
The, the actual villain.
The actual superpowered one? Okay, cool.
Yes, the real villain, not the goon.
Okay. Yeah. No, that was cool.
Yeah. I I thought it was serviceable for the plot. Like,
Yeah.
very forgettable. I don't even remember her name. Her last name's Nova. I don't remember what her first name is.
It was like Cassandra or something.
That sounds right. It's Professor X's evil twin sister from another universe or something.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know who you are, so I don't have like
Yeah.
grounded threat here. Like if they pulled up and the bad guy was Magneto, you'd be like, "Oh, I know how bad this is. Like I
Closest.
know the threat level."
Yeah. The closest they got to it was, so we kind of glossed over a pretty big thing about this, is that all these cameos except for the Deadpool ones, and even then they were still in that area, they're all in the void, which is where the TVA sends all of its back when they watch Loki for reference, but back when the sacred timeline was still a thing, they that's where they sent all the things that didn't align with that, and she was one of them, as well as many, 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 many Deadpools. But it's like it's honestly smart for them to do that though, that they're all here, because it's like, oh yeah, they weren't a part of the MCU, so they we just got rid of them, so now they're here.
Okay.
Like, but like the closest they got to like conveying that she's a threat is that the TVA didn't even let her get to a point of like actually becoming a threat. They sent her there
I
as a
think
fucking baby.
I think the closest thing you got to registering her as a threat is when she just instantly ripped all the skin off of the Human Torch and he just fell into
Rude.
blood and bones.
That was
Which
like fucking visceral.
yeah,
Like new
yeah.
fear unlocked.
New
Like the
fear
thought
unlocked. You have to
Just
stay
all of
awake
your
at night in case a bald lady comes in and just pulls all your skin off. That's a real
and then
issue in the
fingers your
real world
skull.
that you have to be afraid of. That was another thing. I have to give them props. I feel like they took the extra amount of time that they gave themselves because they're only doing one Marvel movie this year, and it's this.
Yeah,
They used the extra money and time to actually make the CGI look good, so that
yes, they
when
did.
when she had her fingers like phasing through their face and like fingering around and rolling like under their skin and over their eyes and shit, like it actually looked good.
It was disturbing as shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
It actually
I
was.
thought at the very least it was leagues better than anything else CGI wise Marvel's been putting out recently.
Yeah, that's fair. That's actually really fair.
Yeah.
Uh, but no, she was kind of a D tier. Like they just needed someone who was insane.
Yeah.
It's kind
And
of
they're
all
just
they
like,
did.
look, evil Doctor or
Because
evil Professor X. So they kind of just bill her as that and you're like,
premise
"Oh,
of the
okay."
movie why Deadpool has to go like find Wolverine is like the TVA like took Deadpool out of the timeline and they were like, we're gonna put you into into the Marvel Cinematic Universe thing because your timeline's dying because Wolverine died. And it's like, oh. And he's like, well, then I'll just get a different Wolverine. And so he goes off and tries to find a different Wolverine to like fix his timeline kind of thing. And like the dude, the goon guy is like he's his thing was is just I'm not gonna sit here and wait thousands of years watching your timeline waiting for it to decay and die. I'm just gonna fucking explode it here.
Yeah.
And then like and then so then they send him to the void where this chick is, and then the chick is like, yo, that guy tried to kill me, so I'm gonna go fuck him up. And then she finds out about the thing that's gonna get rid of the timeline. She's like, I'm gonna use this to get rid of all of them. Like it was very lazy. Like it was kind of
Yeah.
just bouncing all over like motivations and things like that. But like they just needed someone crazy enough where it seems like the randomness makes sense.
Yeah.
Like and again,
While
you
we're
don't
on
need
that,
plot.
yeah, while we're on that, I think we should move into the issues that this movie has, like the discrepancies and the confusion and the parts that don't make any sense.
We do
Starting
still
off,
have to talk about some other stuff, but like, yes, I want to talk about the. We've been sucking the movie's dick for a minute.
yeah, let's talk let's talk about its
Let's
shortcomings here. Um
yeah,
Starting off with the first one, the concept of an anchor being where like if your universe loses this person, like it starts to decay and die. Like it's so vital importance that the
yeah.
universe is
There's
running
a
through the
lot of
life of this
problems with that.
character. It's like how does the universe exist before the anchor being, and like are anchor beings supposed to be immortal or something? Because what are they supposed to do if they just die regularly because humans don't have a lifespan that long? Is it supposed to be the Celestials normally, and it just happened to be Logan this time? Like I don't. What is
Yeah, yeah.
they
That is it is a weird thing to have be because it's like because I was thinking on this as well because I'm like so it's either someone who's immortal or that universe is gonna die off anyways.
yeah.
Like that's what I mean. Like imagine if you were just some random ass dude and they were like, yeah, you if you die, the entire reality collapses. Takes
Oh,
thousands
so
of
we got about
years.
like fucking thousands of years. I mean, in universe lifespan, thousands of years is pretty short.
That is pretty
So
short. But like the concept of that is really dumb.
yeah, Marvel likes to just like throw exposition things just at the wall, and then they're just like, if you think on it too long, it doesn't make sense. But they're just like, and we're moving on, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Second thing I didn't get is in the beginning of the movie, Deadpool goes to Universe 616 where he asks to be in the Avengers, which is first
Yeah,
of all implying that 616 is the MCU universe, which it's
which is
not. And I mean,
not.
I know that's a nerd emoji actually kind of comment, but like 616 is the comics and they have it that way for the reason
Yeah.
so that the comics are their own continuous line and the movies
Yes.
are something else. They don't have to stick to the comics because it's not one for one.
They
It's
even said it
its own thing.
they said it in two separate occasions that it is not
They
616.
just said it in the last fucking Spider-Verse movie that it was like Earth 999999999 or something.
Like 1999999 or
And
something like that.
I'm sure you can fucking chalk it up to what they said in Doctor Strange that like, oh, like each universe has its own numbering system or whatever. Or like
Or like
in
that.
the Injustice movie for DC, they like each Earth thinks it's Earth 1, obviously, but
Which is, yeah, see, that's the thing I have a problem with, is that they're talking about, yeah, each Earth has its own categorization system. I'm like, then why the fuck would you make yours 616? Like, why? Like,
right?
from everyone's else's point of view, your Earth is Earth 1.
Yeah.
Like, it
But
makes
like,
no sense.
but like, if they're throwing it on screen, like this is Universe 616, like that's for us. That's not from their point of view. So like that doesn't make any sense. And then after he gets turned down for the Avengers, he's like in a different universe again, his home X-Men universe. So I'm like, how did he? Was that like a fourth wall thing? Did it splinter off from that point? You gotta explain something here. You can't.
Yeah,
He's not a universe hopping guy. That's not one of his abilities here.
no. I mean, he stole that from Cable.
And that was a
He was
time
the
machine.
biggest,
That wasn't a
yeah, that was a
universe
time machine.
hopping machine
But
as well.
again,
So
also at the same
edit it.
time, that was, I mean, because it kind of was, because like you had, in the end credits thing, like he shot himself. He shot Ryan Reynolds with the Green Lantern script, and he killed the other
I
Deadpool.
don't think that's real lore. I think that was a joke for the audience, Isaac.
But they replayed it in the
Because
movie.
obviously, still, do you fucking actually think that Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds doing the Green Lantern movie exist in the same timeline?
No, that's why I
Or
assumed it
was
was
or
like
was that more like a joke for the audience because
I
no one
guess.
liked the Green Lantern movie?
That's the other thing, is that if that is the case, and like it was just a joke, and now they're taking that just a joke and they're making that as like a justifiable thing for this. That makes sense. Like they're taking the bit they did at the end of the last movie and making that like the thing at the beginning of this one. Also, that's another thing
I
I didn't
think we
like.
need to move on to a different
Yeah.
topic because I have no
Yeah.
idea what you're
I
talking
want to move
about
on to
anymore.
to the next thing I didn't like about this. That I didn't like that they split him and Vanessa, I think her name is, up.
Yeah.
I didn't like that they split them up. I thought that was really stupid. Like the whole
Well, I
thing about
mean,
this, like he wants to feel like he matters.
yeah.
Like he's going through a midlife crisis, I guess.
Yeah. So I mean, he gets like it's kind of like an emotional drive for him to keep going, or like want to do something.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess I can see that happening, but like I get it. I hate it when they come back to characters and when they leave off with like a girlfriend or a kid or something, and then they come back and their kid hates them or their wife's gone or fucking
Yeah.
whatever, and now they're sad. And I'm like, I don't fucking want to see the guy
They one
in the
upped it too.
cool spandex. I don't want him to
Yeah.
be sad.
Yeah, they
Create a
one upped
different
it too because
obstacle for him.
they made him not Deadpool anymore.
Exactly. He fucking gave up and he's like, we are so fucking back. Ready? I don't know.
That was a really fun thing. Like while some people will see that as, oh, that's kind of weird or whatever, like I thought that was so well done. Like, they give him the new suit and all that stuff, and like he's all like, "Yeah, back, baby, let's do this." And then it all comes to a halt. And then obviously it comes to a halt. But like the it's like, oh, I make this look good. Like he was really feeling himself. And honestly,
Yeah, that
outside of
Taylor
those,
was feeling himself too.
yeah, that there was a lot of like. See, here's the thing: is a lot of that stuff. Like that's just Deadpool. It's just dead. It's par for the course for Deadpool at this point. Like those jokes and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like that whole scene kind of leads into the next one, which was phenomenally done. Is the fight scene.
Hmm.
Uh, which actually I think the movie starts with, doesn't it?
Yes. Yeah, it starts
Yeah,
with that.
yeah.
Yeah, I
So
thought the whole intro sequence with him using Logan's adamantium bones to fight off all the TVA agents and brutal, brutal ways, while dancing to
yes.
"Bye Bye Bye" by NSYNC was pretty good.
So you know what's really funny about that? I actually saw this interview. You wanna know why it was bye bye bye? It's because
Funny,
no, apparently when they work on the movie and they're like, storyboarding and brainstorming things like that, like, concept shooting, they have a
yeah,
playlist of random music that they have for Deadpool while they work on it. And apparently Bye 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 was just the weird one that just kept popping up while they were working on the movie. So they picked that one for it. And I find that
fair
really
enough.
funny to think of. They have a like a schizophrenic playlist that they listen to while they work on Deadpool. It's really funny.
It's true.
But like the part where he like takes the his forearms or whatever, and like now he has the claws, was like really cool. Especially since like there was still like bits of skin and stuff on him when he dug him up
Yeah,
and all that. Like that was so like you could see like when he used his head, like he used his skull and he bashed it into another guy's thing, like the skin like flew off and you could see like the sinew and the tendons on some
yeah.
of them, like that were still there. And it's like, oh, that's really good attention to detail.
Hmm.
Uh but I think unless you've got anything else, I gotta want to move
Yeah.
into the
So
big thing
another,
about this movie.
another discrepancy I had is that they had, like I said before, they had Zenpool in the lineup
Yes.
of the guys to
Oh, you cut out.
yeah. They
You
had
you went completely silent for a minute there.
I know.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Good.
Yeah, you're good. You're good now.
So they had Zenpool in the lineup of the Deadpools that came through to kill Deadpool and Wolverine and stand in their way, which doesn't make sense by his whole character. Is because he's defined, the whole reason Zenpool exists is because he's from a comic line where there's some event and it flips the morality of every single person. So all the bad guys are good, all the good guys are bad. And Deadpool becomes a pacifist monk, and that's what Zenpool is. So it doesn't make any sense that he's like fighting back and trying to kill Deadpool for actually no reason again. Like
Yeah, it kind of undercuts the point we were making earlier where
Yeah.
we're talking about like they were pulling Deadpools from the comics and stuff like that, and that's really cool. But it kind of undercuts that thing, like because like you're saying like, oh, they're aware of the comics and stuff, but they put
But
in the
are
dude that
they?
absolutely wouldn't be there.
But are they?
Yeah,
They put in the pacifist monk in with the kill squad. I don't get it. That's fine.
yeah,
And then last little thing is that I thought it was really cool. Uh, like it was a nice touch that Dogpool was played by the winner of the Britain's Ugliest Dog contest. Because
yeah,
Dogpool's a boy. He's a good boy
yeah.
in the
Yeah,
comics,
he's a good boy. Yeah,
and like after Cosmo from Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm just like, why are they
yeah.
turning all the good boys into good girls? What's the deal here? But like I get that one. That one I get. That one I get. It's like, hey, whatever the
All these
winner
people
is,
are.
we'll take that one.
I love it because you make that thing. You got people out there that are like, it's because girl power, and I'm like, it's a dog. Like, who
Well,
cares?
again, the reason I don't like it is because like this is what people are gonna know it for. So
Yeah,
people are gonna be like, I thought Cosmo was a girl. I thought no, Dogpool's a girl, and it's like, no, they made that up. That's
yeah,
not true.
good point.
Cause
But
people, there's gonna be people, cause my baby cousin likes the Spidey and His Amazing Friends show, like the little
yeah,
Disney Junior show, whatever.
yeah,
Doctor
yeah.
Octopus is a woman in that show. So there's gonna
Hmm.
be kids growing up with that show and none of the other ones who are just gonna think that that's who Doctor Octopus is, and it's just
Yeah,
like, no, you're wrong.
that is true.
It's
Like, there are some people
misrepresentation
that
of
are
the
gonna only
characters,
know
and
this
I
from this
don't like
thing,
that. Exactly.
which is why I like that they put all the original people in the movie for the
Yeah,
cameos. Is that
yeah.
it's like they didn't just make something up. Like, no, it's them.
Yeah, that
But
like that is them.
yeah. But let's talk about the big thing is that we
Mhm.
got Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine in a comic accurate suit, baby. Let's
Yeah, that
go.
suit went hard. That suit
That
went
suit
hard. It
was
was a goofy
so
ass suit,
dope.
but somehow it went hard at the same time.
It did. The fact that he didn't have sleeves probably helped.
Yeah. There was people saying like, "Oh, I heard he only wears the mask for like 10 minutes and that's enough for me." But like they build up to it very well, and when he puts it on, it like it works. It works. It
Yeah.
was kind of
Dude,
hype when he put the mask on.
it was really cool because it was like not only was this like a comic accurate Wolverine, like anyone who grew up watching like the cartoons and stuff, like they're like, "Oh yeah, that's Wolverine."
Yeah.
That's really cool,
Well, cuz he's
especially like
cuz
yeah,
he hasn't been in a suit
yeah,
like that for the entire 20-year run of
for
X-Men
a lot.
movies.
Yeah, of live action X-Men, yeah. Um the other thing, so before we get into all like the cool like visual stuff about him being in the movie, so this Wolverine they have for the movie is obviously not, the one from the X-Men movies.
Yeah.
Like it's a different one from a different timeline where he's hated by everyone because he basically let all the X-Men die. And then like killed a whole bunch of killed all the people that killed them, and then just kind of kept and went on a rampage and made everyone hate mutants. So like he let down his whole world. Now they were very vague about how he let them down until they revealed that, and I had a theory that
Usually how
I was
reveals go.
yeah I had a theory that it was that he let down his whole world in the way that like he didn't kill Jean. Like that's what I thought they were gonna do. Like he didn't kill the Phoenix when he had the chance. Like, and that just fucked up the world. Like that's where I thought that was going. This was
Hmm.
arguably way worse though. Like everyone he knows and loves is dead. But anyway, let's move on to the visual stuff with this. Like the cool stuff he does as Wolverine. Like the first one that pops into my head every time I think of it is when him and Deadpool start fighting in the void and he like just gets down on all fours and like
Oh yeah.
crawls after him. Like I was like, "Oh shit, that's so cool."
That was fucking scary.
That was
A lot of people are gonna look at
terrifying.
that and be like, "Oh, that's fucking goofy," and I'm like, "No, dude, that's terrifying.
That's
That's scary."
horrific. And also, they did not. It was really nice to see an actual very, very well choreographed fight scene between these two. Like even Deadpool had some cool shit. Like the part where he like stomps his freaking mags into the air and like catches
Mhm.
them and like cocks both slides on his chest. Like that was so fucking cool.
Yeah,
And
the
like
fight
they
scenes
kept
between Deadpool and Wolverine, like, themselves, like, I think they had, like, 2 or 3 in the movie, and they just, like, let them run, and they fucking tear into each other, and, like,
they do.
there's no stakes because they can be stabbed and shot and fucking blown up all they want, and they're fine.
Exactly.
So they just can just do the most heinous shit to each other, and it's just literally who fucking gets tired or who fucking gives up first.
Exactly. The other one that was actually terrifying that I actually really loved
You
was
pissed your pants at? Yeah?
the part where like they're fighting in the car in the Honda Odyssey and the like Deadpool picks Wolverine out the front windshield and he's standing in front of the car and like he goes to rush the car and like like he kicks the car to set off the airbags. Like Wolverine and like Deadpool is pushed back into the car, and he just fucking leaps like it through the front windshield and like just stabs
Mhm.
him. Like, by the way, we went and saw this in 3D, so that was actually terrifying. Like to think about Wolverine himself just just diving at you like a fucking piss missile. Like holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright. We have been talking about this for a straight hour, so it is a well overdue to get rounding up into the rankings here.
Absolutely.
I'll let you go first on this.
I'm giving this movie. I'm giving this movie a 9. Like this is one of those times where the movie as a movie, like honestly, my enjoyment way outweighed it. It isn't a perfect movie. It's got its issues, but like I thoroughly enjoyed myself watching this movie.
Yeah. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and give this a pretty high 7. Yeah, Wolverine and Deadpool are kick ass and they work really well off each other. Movie's got a lot of faults, but
Mhm.
it keeps your attention on the two main characters and on all the references, so you don't look at that. But taking deeper looks at it, you'd start to notice more and more holes in it. Like I said, it's a mess, but it's a fun mess. It's a
A
good
fun
time.
match.
Turn your brain off. Just shut the fuck up and enjoy it. It's just a good time. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fair enough. All right. Moving into our second and final movie for today, Twisters. Now, Isaac, before you read off anything, I want you to keep in mind that you have the challenge today of
Yes.
trying to separate the movie Twisters from the incredibly intense 4DX experience that we saw this in. We took a trip down to Gurney, Illinois, to see this in 40x, the most immersive movie experience there is. The seats shake, the seats vibrate, they swivel, they rumble, they blow air at your face, they spritz you with water when appropriate. Um, it's a wild ride. It completely reshapes the movie, but we have to focus and only judge it based on the movie alone.
Yes. I Yeah, I think I did a good job. I think I did a good job of separating the
All right.
two. I think I did.
All right.
So, but moving
So
into this, holy, oh my God, there's a more button on this. Okay, it's a lot. It's longer than I thought it was. Okay. So anyway, without further ado, Twisters. Haunted by a devastating encounter with a tornado, Kate Cooper gets lured back to the open plains by her friend Javi to test a groundbreaking new tracking system. She soon crosses the paths with Tyler Owens, a charming but reckless social media superstar who thrives on posting his storm chasing adventures. As storm season intensifies, Kate, Tyler, and their competing teams find themselves in a fight for their lives as multiple systems converge over central Oklahoma.
yeah.
I think that's a pretty good that's a really in-depth explanation of this movie to the point where yeah, that's what happens in the movie. That's what it
Hmm.
is. Really.
Yeah.
Uh I hope those are fireworks I'm hearing outside my house.
Nope. Isaac lives in the ghetto. Those are gunshots.
Ah, shit. Guys, sorry if I
Looks
suddenly
like your
die in the middle of
DoorDash ain't getting here now.
sorry if I die in the middle of this.
That's fine. That'll be our most
Anyway,
watched episode yet.
real, real. But anyway,
Twister's
this
so good, my friend died.
so so right off the bat, something I have to say is this is an incredible very like an incredible follow-up to Twisters. Like to the original
Yeah.
Twister. Like it
Mhm.
was very respectful of the original story. Without the thing I was worried they were doing was they were doing like, oh, it's their kids or their grandkids or
Yeah,
something like that. And
that's what the rumor was. That's what I was assuming because I had read that somewhere. But it seems like they didn't do that. Actually,
no,
the
which was
only
cool.
thing, yeah, the only thing that that even connected to the first one is in like the first bit of the movie they had like a Dorothy Mark 6 or something.
Yeah. Like they even were like, it's old, like that thing's old. It's like, yeah, but it works.
Yeah.
Like it's like they established it takes place in the same world. And
Yeah.
that was all they needed. They didn't have to bring back legacy characters or nothing. They were just
Which I
like
am so glad they did that or didn't do that rather because I hate it when they just bring in legacy characters just because you're just like, oh, from the first one.
yeah,
It's like, yeah, I know they're from the first one. Thank you for showing me how ancient and decrepit they are now. You
yeah,
dragged this 90-year-old guy out of his bed, away from his wife and grandkids, just so he can be in this movie for 3 minutes. Man, I really love Ghostbusters now.
yeah. But the you were right. They
Fucking
did
got
that to
you.
Bill. They did that to Bill Murray. Like they really did.
They did that
Dude
to
showed up.
everyone who wasn't dead yet. They did that
They
to
did that. They,
everyone
like
who wasn't
Bill
dead
Murray.
yet.
Bill Murray showed up for 5 minutes to
We are
to
not
drink with.
discussing Ghostbusters Frozen Empire again. Let it die.
Fair enough. Anyway,
Nobody watched it the
uh,
first time we talked about it.
like it had very much the same, like the stakes were just as high as they were in the original. They were
Mhm.
like, you still felt, you felt the fear. They conveyed something that is a difficult thing to do with disaster movies, is to convey the actual danger. Like,
Oh
yeah,
my
you can
god,
show
yes.
you can
Oh, they do that
show
so
you can
well.
you can show buildings getting knocked over and things like that, but like, there's something elegant and like mesmerizing about tornadoes.
I was gonna say, like, the way you were going there, I thought you were gonna go to what I was thinking of, and it was not elegant. I was gonna
Oh,
say
what?
they really do not shy away from the damage this shit does.
No.
Because like you see people like hanging on for dear life, and then just like a side of a building just comes in and just ooh, and they're gone. Like
Yeah.
that person is gone. They just go they disappear.
That
They
person is
disappear.
like, they saw
That
they
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 don't
sucked a
exist
whole ass
anymore.
truck. Like, you saw the people that got into that truck. You saw them get in that truck, try to drive away, and then get
And then
fucking sucked up into the tornado, and they're just gone.
bye. Bye. Like there's dudes who's literally just like, just grab my hand, help me," and they're just like, "I'm gonna help you. You're gonna get out of here. Don't worry, don't panic, whatever." And then,
Gone. Like,
and it's not even just like they're gone. It's like you watch them go up and disappear, and it's like you
yeah.
watch them vanish.
Yeah. What I was trying to say about what the thing is, like, there's something fascinating about tornadoes as a disaster. Like,
Yeah.
earthquakes and like all the other natural disasters that can happen. Like, tornadoes are the interesting one, cuz it's just something that when the conditions are right, they just form. Like, it just happens.
Isaac, don't lie. They're interesting because sometimes they have sharks in it.
What do you mean sometimes? At least 9 different times. I'm pretty sure that's what they're up to now.
Oh God.
But like, I don't know what it is. I've always found tornadoes to be like really cool. Like, I understand, yeah, they're devastating. They are actually terrifying. But I've always wanted to see one. I actually see one.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if that's just a Midwest thing, or like, or what.
Well,
Like,
tornadoes are a very Midwest thing.
they are almost exclusively, honestly.
Well, the whole Twister Alley belt, but
Yeah,
Midwest
but
happens a
like,
lot.
yeah, like, they form they form when the hot air and the cold air chase each other round and around. We all watched Bill Nye growing up.
That was not Bill Nye. That was Mr. Electricidad from Shark Boy and Lava Girl. He's the one who taught you how tornadoes work. Don't you ever disrespect Mr. Electric.
He knows everything,
He knows everything, and you
and
know
you
nothing.
know nothing. uh,
He will send you to the principal's office and have you expelled. How dare you?
uh,
You upset me in
but it,
ways I can't understand.
but it's something. It's why I can relate to the characters. Is what I'm trying to say. Like, I like the idea of storm chasers. Like, there are people out there. Like, I was kind of not cool with like the Tyler Owens type of storm chasers, where they're just doing it just to fuck about with tornadoes. Like, I
Fun
like it
though.
where but I like it
That's
when
what you want
they're
to do it for. You just want to see one. You want to just be like, "Oh, tornadoes are so cool." You don't want to put
true,
fucking
but like,
sensors in it. You just want to see it and experience it and just be like,
but that's what I
"Oh."
mean. Like, people that are chasing storms to learn about storms are actually like, that's a really cool like thing to do. Like,
Yeah.
and it shines a light on the fact of like, yeah, that's what people had to do to learn this shit. Like,
Mhm.
that's how you do it. You have to kind of, in order to study it, you got to get close to it. And
Yeah.
like,
I can already see the incoming film theory. Can the fucking diaper powder really destroy a tornado?
well, honestly, theoretically, it should be like they are correct. It should be theoretically possible to disrupt a tornado. Like there are so many ways you could do it. Like what they did is they took away the moisture, which collapses the cap head on it. But
Yeah.
you could also just
Cabin.
as easily like if you are able to offset the cold and the hot enough, like it'll just go away. Because
Yeah.
like they need to be in equilibrium for that to happen.
They need to chase each other around and around, as
They
they say.
do. And if one's bigger than the other, it's gonna catch the other one. And it's gonna take over the whole thing and and unravel. So like it's
Yeah.
cool to have it be like, yeah, it sounds theoretically possible. Is it worth it? Maybe. But like it
Is it
was
worth it? Why don't you ask all the people whose houses get destroyed and all those people who got sucked up into the tornadoes throughout the movie and vanished if it's worth it?
fair. That is fair.
That
Uh
truck is in the sky, Isaac. You tell me if it's worth it to put a kibosh on the
that
thing.
that truck is in Kentucky now. Like what the fuck?
That truck is in Kentucky now, okay? This is Wisconsin.
But it was it was just a really good disaster movie. I can't really say much about it. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
like revolutionary, but like it was a good
It,
disaster movie.
I thought it was really cool. Um, First of all, two twisters at the same time. Okay, I thought that was gonna be a bit more of a thing, but they kind of went light on it. Like it was a very weak plot in the movie. I thought that was the whole thing, is that it was two giant twisters at the same time. That's why they called it twisters. But that was just like, oh, something, whatever. But where it really ramped up is when it hit the factory, and then the fucking tornado
Yeah.
started on fire.
Yeah. That's well, yeah, because it would just suck up all the fire.
It just sucked up all the fire, and like all like the smoke is inhaled in there, and then oh my god, it went crazy. Um, and then I thought it was cool. Switching topics a little bit, so like I thought it was cool that like each character kind of got their own
Their
win
moment.
at the end.
Yeah.
Because like the main girl, she got to disrupt the tornado and stop it. Um, Tyler Owens, he got to like get everyone to safety, and then when, like his friend was being sucked up, he got to like grab onto her and like really like bring her down so she didn't get sucked
Yeah.
up and died. And then Javi, the other friend, like he got to just like he's like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm going to save everybody. Fuck you. And then he like
Yeah.
and then he like the other guy gets out and he just speeds off without him, just kicking up a bunch of mud in his face, which was super funny. That's one of the moments that they chose to spray us with water in the 40X, is like when that guy's
Yeah.
covered in mud, and
That was
so like
I got
even us
hit
in the
with
audience we were
water
like, ugh.
I got hit with water more in that moment than any other moment in that movie. That was the first moment where I had to clean
They
my
put
glasses
extra water
afterwards.
in that one. They wanted that one to be juicy. They wanted you to feel it. It's
I
like,
wanted to
you're
be
that guy.
juicy.
That's you.
But
It's an accurate representation of you.
what's funny is I can't even remember that guy's name. You wanna know what I've been calling him in my head? Like every time I
What?
think of that character, he's discount Hayden Christensen. Because he just kind of had
Okay.
that like because he just kind of look. At first, I had to do a double take. Cause I'm like, is that fucking Hayden Christian? Like, no, it wasn't. But like,
That's an insult to both Hayden Christensen and discounts.
I guess. But like it's just he kind of looked like him at first, and I like that stuck in my head, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's who he is now. But like, it
Okay.
was. I hate it now because like I thought I did a pretty good job of separating these two, and I'm realizing that I
Really
don't
not.
have much more to say about the actual movie.
Yeah.
Cause all the little details or whatever, I do have to say, they did a very good job of the scene where the whole traumatizing event that she has with the tornado.
Oh,
Like
in the
that
beginning,
shit
yeah,
was traumatizing as fuck.
yeah, because like this shit happens, and it's not just like, bye, you know. It's just it's like, oh, oh, like it hits you. It hits you. It's a very very prominent and important like aspect of the movie, so I don't want to like ruin it and just tell you what
Yeah.
happens, but like it they do not hold back.
It was
They do
actually
not hold
traumatizing.
back.
It was actually traumatizing. Like I'm sitting here like, yeah, I can
You're
see it now.
traumatized.
I can see why she no, I'm what
You'll
I'm
never
saying is like
recover.
what I'm saying is I'm like, "Oh, yeah, no, that makes total sense that she doesn't want anything to do with tornadoes now.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to have anything to do with chasing anymore."
Yeah. Um Another thing I want to say is that I'm glad that the was it is it what's his name, Glenn Powell, who plays Tyler Owens.
Yeah.
I think it's that or something like that.
The dude from
Uh
Spy Kids 3.
yeah. I liked him in this movie, so I'm very
Yes.
glad that it's just anyone but you that I hated. It was the movie that was the problem, not anyone in it.
Oh, he's a good actor actually. Like he
Yeah,
actually
like
is a
I
pretty
thought
good actor.
he was a pretty good role. He was probably like my favorite character. Come to think of
He,
it.
he was a pretty cool character. He spent the whole movie trying to get this person that he saw a lot of talent and he saw who had a lot of talent and a love for tornadoes, kind of making themselves miserable by not doing that. And he
Yeah,
had
kind of
that moment where it's him kind of helping her get back, rediscover her
yeah,
love of tornadoes.
bringing her back out of her shell when she got kicked into there, you know.
Yeah. Like
Um
it was very good.
yeah. I a very very small touch. I liked that it was they had a scene in the movie theater because the original Twister they had a big scene at the drive-in movies.
Yeah.
Like the tornado
Well,
hit a
yeah.
drive-in and then they
Yeah.
hit everyone in the bunker there. So it's kind of like a tiny parallel, like a nice nod to it where like this also has a big climax where they're at a
I
movie
mean,
theater.
I will say the movie follows a lot. It's almost very bare bones plot and beats of the movie. It's almost the same movie. Going bare
I
well,
wouldn't
think
say
of it this
that.
way. Think of it this way. The point of the motivations are different, obviously, but point of the original one, they're trying to get Dorothy in front of a tornado to be able to get the data from inside the tornado. This movie, they're trying to get in front of the tornado to set up these sensors all around it to get a 3D scan
Yeah,
to get stuff on the tornado. You
but
have,
that part's really only relevant for the first like half of the movie.
I
Halfway
guess,
in, they
yeah.
don't even fucking have the sensors anymore because she
I will
completely
say,
switches from Javi's team to Tyler's team.
which was really cool. I like that they did that because it was like like I said, she rediscovered her love of actual storm chasing.
Yeah.
And it was also really cool because her finding her love of that again, kind of rekindled Tyler's thing. Because he's mainly doing this yeah, he does it for videos and stuff, but he gives all that stuff. They go to disaster zones after a tornado and they give out free
Hmm.
food, free shirts, free things like that to people that
They
have
go and
just lost
find
everything.
lost dogs.
Yeah,
He
that's
went to
so
track
cool.
down a dog that got lost in the tornado, and he found the dog. I
It's
found
cool
that
that
dog.
they're using that to like they're not just dickheads with a camera thinking about
Yeah.
with tornadoes. Actually, they're just they're just they're doing it to kind of almost spread awareness, I guess. Like, they're using it.
Hmm.
They're using what they're making, what they're doing to get the t-shirts and stuff like that. Like it's
Right.
really cool. I mean, they do
It was
sell the shirts. Like they do sell the shirts, but like because like the first time you see them, they bring out all the merch and everything. Like, all right, who's got cash for me? Kind
yeah.
of
So you
thing. But
think it's
like,
like, oh, this fucking dickhead YouTuber,
yeah, and like they have that
like,
nice
but then it's just like,
chain.
no, this guy's cool actually.
Like it's
Like,
always really cool when you have an antagonist become a protagonist.
I would more classify him as a rival than an antagonist, but thank you.
True. Okay, fine. Rival the partner
The
then, I guess.
tornado's the antagonist, clearly.
True, 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 true. Yo, its monologue scene was absolutely immaculate. It moved me.
Dude, quite the soliloquy, if I must say.
Absolutely. Quite
Oh, I
a
love it when
solemn
he said
anecdote.
art, poetry. Bro, when he
uh,
took that cow.
it was it was really cool because there was another thing that they did in this where that was similar to the original one. Because in the original one, there's the scene where they strap themselves to the thing and they're like inside like they're in the middle of the tornado
Yeah,
and they look up and they see the eye. And they have that moment in this one, but it's her like it's kind of almost the same thing because like in that one like the guy in that scene is like I mean it's the guy and the girl but they're both like look at that, that's amazing, that's this is why we do like this is a thing of nature, you
yeah.
know, like this is just some mysterious force that comes down and does this, and like it's
They treat it like magic, and it's like, we don't know how it works. It's half science, half religion. I'm like, the hot air mixes with the cold air, and they chase each other around and around. Okay? It's not that complicated.
yeah, but like I've always wanted to like meet someone who knows a lot about tornadoes to ask them a bunch of questions about it because like why does it turn into a funnel and stuff like that, like why does it exactly do this, like it's
Because,
interesting.
Isaac, the hot air and the cold air chase each
Right,
other
right.
around and around.
Yeah, you're right. I almost forgot that. I almost forgot that little anecdote, and you are correct. I've only said it about 15 times in this episode.
And you still don't get it. And you still
Yeah, you're
don't
right. You're right.
get it.
Maybe I need an illustration. You should watch Shark Boy and Lava Girl again. Oh
So we
God,
have
here we go.
here the hot air, okay? The hot
Yeah.
air,
Okay.
and it
Following.
mixes with the cold air.
That's the
And the
cold air.
cold
Okay.
air goes like this, and the hot air goes like this, and then they chase each other around and around.
Ah,
Any
I get it.
questions?
Wait,
Any questions?
which one was the hot air again?
I'm sorry, all questions must be submitted in writing. And please refrain until after the rankings, which we are moving into right now. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Wait. Okay. Do we not want to talk about the fact of seeing this movie in 40x though?
If you must.
Well, you got to talk about Bad Boys.
I did, yeah.
Like
Go ahead.
this was this was my first experience of this, and holy crap, was it insane! Like I I had my reservations about it. Granted, I was my reservations about it were were subsided slightly when you told me that you really enjoyed it and you thought it was a really well done. Because like I'm thinking 40x, the only other 40x thing I've ever seen in my life was like I went to Noah's Ark when I was a kid, and they had this like theater where they did this SpongeBob thing. and it like sprayed you with water and stuff like that, and the seat shook. And I'm like, that's cheesy as shit. Like, I feel like I was worried it was gonna take me out of the movie, but no, it sucked me into the movie. Like, I was super impressed with the fact that like every single time that the camera was in the car with the characters, the seat moved like you were driving down a dirt road.
Yeah, like it felt like a bumpy car ride. Like
Yeah,
I
like
told you, they pay so much attention to detail with that shit. It's not like, oh, the tornado and it goes ooh. Like the
it was
tornado hits and you're just like boom, boom.
yeah.
Like it's
Like
actually like
and
it's mimics the camera movement. When the camera sways, you sway, okay? Like
It was
they
crazy. The craziest part of it was so subtle at times. Like there was one time I actually told you about this. I remember leaning over and telling you about this. Like I
Mhm.
didn't even realize we were tilting until I actually like my brain was like, wait, something's off, and it did a scan, and I'm like, oh, I'm like tilting right now. Like the seat is
Yeah,
moving.
that happens like 2 or 3 times a movie
'Cause it was
like
like
that. Like I got that hit me in Bad Boys as well. That hit me in this. You're just like, oh, we're like swaying a bit here.
yeah, like we're doing that. I mean, it didn't help that we were drinking.
I don't know. It helped a little.
I mean, it made it really cool.
You're just like,
Didn't help you when you
yeah,
got up to go to the bathroom in the middle, though.
yeah. It didn't help when I got up to go to the bathroom and I fell on that lady. That did not help.
Yeah. Oh,
But I don't
but
know. It kind of helped during the movie where we're going. That hot air's chasing that cold air around and around, man. Did you see that
it's
shit?
crazy. It's crazy. It was, but no, it was an incredible experience, and I 10 out of 10 would recommend anyone to see almost any movie, especially this one. Like if you have the ability to do it, do it. Like it's so good.
Yeah. We are planning at least 2 trips down to Gurney uh every summer to go see a movie
Yes.
because it is such a fantastic, phenomenal experience.
And for
And just
what it is surprisingly cheap.
yeah. Yeah, like I don't want to give him any ideas here, but you could easily do like $20 to $30 somewhere in between there per ticket, but the fact that it was only like 16 was kind of pretty good price.
Yeah.
All
So
right. Do you have anything else to say?
no, I actually don't. We can move into the rankings now.
Cool. All right, let's go on into the rankings. Mr. Isaac, once again, you lead us off.
I'm gonna give this movie. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. That's a low 7, but it's a 7 out of 10. I thought this
All right. All
was
right.
very well done, and like, I mean, again, it wasn't until I was sitting here realizing it. Like, I mean, the beats were good, like the oomph and like all that. Like that was visually, it was amazing and stuff like that. But like, it was did just kind of roll along. I just kind of shut my brain off and enjoyed the movie is what I did.
Yeah.
And, like it was and like because walking away from the theater, like it was like an 8 or a 9. But as we were talking, I'm like I don't really have a whole lot to say like story wise about this. It was just kind of there, I guess. Like
Fair enough.
yeah.
All right. I'm going to give this movie an 8 out of 10. Pretty low 8, but still an 8. I thought this was a fantastic disaster movie. Disaster movies get such a fucking bad rap because they're all terrible.
They're
But
all cheesy as
this
shit.
exactly. Fucking dude, 2012 bad, Moonfall atrocious. Fucking all the Sharknado movies are jokes. They're
The day
like
after
disaster
tomorrow.
Day After Tomorrow. That one's okay, but like
Okay, I guess.
still disaster movies
Snowstorm.
they never suck. They always suck. They're never good. They always suck. Geostorm bad.
Moonfall.
But it's so good to have a decent, not above decent, a good disaster movie. I didn't think it
Yeah.
was possible. Twisters
Again,
was
like
the original Twister was good, but like that was back in the 90s. That was like 30 years ago. But
like I
this
s-
really like brought good attention and like devastation to what this kind of shit does. Like you felt every death. When someone gets yanked up into the sky, you are fucking devastated by it.
like I said, there's something simple and elegant about tornadoes as a disaster. Because you don't need to
Yeah.
do a whole bunch of shit. It's literally just wind wreaking havoc. What
Hmm.
it is. Like
And
in all those movies that you were listing like 2012 was bad. It's because it's better to have like a localized disaster rather than global disaster. And
right.
even normally when you have a localized disaster, like those movies still aren't always great. But it's something about tornadoes.
It's something in the water.
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. I just thought it was a really really good like breath of fresh air. This did not suck. Out of all the
Didn't
movies we've like the big like blockbuster movies, like a lot of them have sucked so far this year. This and Wolverine are like breaths of fresh air. Finally get something good, enjoyable and decent around
absolutely.
here.
Yeah, like at least out of the ones that have been like advertised the hell and back.
Yeah. Like you see like the little things like yeah, like the big blockbusters, the ones that the big studios are putting a lot of money and advertising and just like pushing really hard. Like it's finally good to have those movies be good again. Cuz like the little indie movies like Kill or like uh Sound of Hope or what was it called? In a Violent Nature, like those little
Yes.
stuff that get like no attention are super good, but that's because it's smaller companies putting everything they have into this and all this care and attention.
Yeah.
But when you get these big blockbuster movies, it's pretty much just like you could put fucking anything on screen and people will fucking buy that shit. Like they don't have to care. They don't
True.
have to make it good because they know it'll make money, but it's so good to see these movies come out and them actually be good again. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
The
Take
summer
pride
like
in the
the
movies you're making.
exactly. The summer movies have definitely like actually
Mhm.
start like we finally got summer movies. I mean, we didn't
Yeah.
go see Horizon. Like unfortunately we didn't go do that. But that's
Yeah.
because to
It's a
preface
3 hour
this, the re-
endeavor, and the part two's also going to be a 3 hour
and
endeavor, and then next
there's
year
two
there's a
other
three and a
parts.
four.
Like so it's better honestly at this point it's better just to slog through the whole thing all at once, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So,
Mr.
uh
Isaac,
yes.
that will wrap us up on these two movies here. Do we have a list for next time?
We actually do. Next time we have at least 4 movies that we're planning on. Uh,
Hell yeah.
we will have so no more of this 2 movie thing. Like, hopefully, we should have 4 movies for you next
No
time.
more of this two movie garbage. I hate this. Nobody watched Sound of Hope and Kill. Nobody watched that shit. It's got single digit view numbers. Nobody wants that shit.
Makes me so sad that it does. But so on the list we will have Harold and the Purple Crayon,
Mhm.
the M Night Shyamalan movie Trap. We will
Super
also
psyched for that.
have Borderlands, which is going to be bad, and
We know that.
Cuckoo, which is the other like kind of like how Long Legs was, where we've kind
It's
of
in the
been keeping
same
an eye
vein
on
of
it.
Long Legs, where the trailers aren't too specific. You don't. know a whole lot of what's going on, but it's this weird off the wall horror movie. It's interesting. So
Yeah.
I can't guarantee that any of those movies will be good, but I can guarantee you guys that we will be here to talk about them and we'll have a lot to say. Now, that will pretty much wrap up this podcast. Be sure to come back for the next episode, you guys. Be sure to subscribe because that keeps these videos coming and keeps us going back to the theaters. We are on our way to getting monetized, so please subscribe if you haven't done that yet. We are really trying to get our numbers up there. Thank you, guys. Be sure to check out our Letterboxd accounts at Cinema Kellan and Regular Isaac. So until next time, guys, that's a wrap.
Roll credits.